There's a version of you that is always close to launching, close to committing, close to sending the message, close to becoming who you said you would be, but never fully there. You don't fail in a big way, and you don't quit loudly. You just stay near it. You hang around it, and you tell yourself that staying near it means you care. But staying near is comfortable, and comfort always has a price. The world makes this very easy because social media praises you for talking about things, podcasts praises you for thinking about them, and courses praise you for preparing. So you can keep standing around the walk, going over it again and again, and still feel like you've done something important. But at some point, if you really think about it, you'll see something uncomfortable. You've been picking these parts, maybe quietly, without realizing it, but over and over. You open the document, rename it to something simple like final version, scroll through it, change one sentence, fix the spacing, then close it and tell yourself it just needs more check. But what you really feel is relief because you didn't share it. You didn't give anyone a chance to judge it. You made it a little better, yes, or deep down, you know you've done this same thing before. You tell someone you're building something. They ask when it's coming out. You say soon, and you feel serious. You feel ambitious, but soon has no dates and no weights, and your mind is keeping count. You watch 3 hours of video about the thing you want to do. You feel inspired, understood, aligned, but nothing in your life actually moves. You are close to the identity, not living inside it. You think you're checking how hard you worked, but really, you're checking how comfortable you stayed. Your old way of judging yourself was asking, did I spend time on it? Did I think it through? Did I make it better? But the question that truly changes your life is much simpler. Did I actually share it? Did I take the risk of someone saying no? Did I turn it into something real? If you measure the wrong thing, you slowly build the wrong identity. Because execution is not built on polishing. It is built on being seen. Picture a small notebook. On one page are all the things you say you would do. And on the other page are the things you actually did that can't be taken back. Your mind keeps scores between the two. Each time you stop just before taking action, you train yourself to hold back. And when you keep doing that over and over, holding back slowly becomes part of who you are, no matter how strong your intention were. This is what happens when you get hooked on standing close to your dream. You get a small good feeling just from being near it, even if you never step fully into it. The idea of the dream feels exciting and safe in your mind, but actually taking action feels scary and exposed. So you stay where it feels safer instead of moving forward. You say you want action, but you choose safety. And safety feels calm in the moment. Yet, each time you choose it, you lose a little respect for yourself. Every time you don't finish what you start, your standards drop a little. Each time you stop just before the end, you teach yourself to delay. And every delay teaches your body that when things feel hard or tense, the right move is to step back. After a while, this reaction becomes automatic, and the space between who you say you are and what you actually do keeps growing, even if you don't notice it's happening. It happens slowly, like water dripping on a stone. There is no big crash, no loud warning, just small drops over and over again. And after a long time, the stone is no longer the same shape. It's like paying for a gym membership, but never actually going. You still tell yourself you're someone who works out, but your body knows the truth. There are steps to growing. First, you try to be disciplined. Then, you try to take action. After that, you try to become the kind of person who actually follows through. And in the end, you learn to keep your word to yourself. But when you keep stopping just before the finish, you stay stuck in the early steps because you can't become someone new if you keep breaking small promises to yourself. And each time you do, the trust you have in yourself gets a little weaker. At some point, you are not confused. You are protecting yourself. And that protection is subtle. It whispers that it is better to stay impressive in theory than to risk being ordinary in real life. That's why the 72-hour move matters. Not to get you excited and not to give you a short burst of motivation, but to break the pattern. It stops the old habits before your mind builds another safe story, and it pushes you to move while you still have the chance. When you act once, you get proof, and proof changes something big, because after that, hesitation is no longer your personality. It becomes a choice, and choices are easier to face than identities. This isn't about changing your whole life overnight. It's about proof. Some people don't need more speeches or motivation. They need to see with their own eyes that they can actually take action. And if that proof touches something deeper, that's when working one-on-one with me can help. Stopping the old habits right when it shows up, calmly and directly, without show or drama. But that kind of work isn't for everyone. Think about how you would explain this to a child. If you keep starting to clean your room, but never actually finish, the room stays messy. And when you do the same thing with your promises to yourself, your self-respect stays messy too. The fantasy says, once I feel confident and ready, then I'll act. But real growth works the other way around. You first act, and the confidence and feeling comes later. It's like standing at the edge of a cold pool, talking about jumping, planning the jump, reading about the best way to enter the water, but never actually jumping. And after a while, the edge feels familiar. So you call yourself cautious, when really you are just avoiding the shock. Your mind keeps scores. Each hesitation strengthens the pattern. Each delay tightens the loop. You can stay safe, you can keep analyzing, you can keep refining, but safety does not build hard things. Most people will hear this and nod. Some will feel irritated. A few will feel exposed. And those few are the ones who need it most, because if you're addicted to almost anything, you do not need more clarity. You need interruption. You already know the truth. The only real question is whether you are ready to stop staying near it, or whether almost is still comfortable enough to keep choosing. See you in the next one.